there? In?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. The pleasant aroma hits me long before I cross the threshold. Faint but light and warm, a reminder of what home is. Journal? Let's see what got updated. Before leaving for work, Luke begged his wife for another chance and promised she'd have his time for the rest of his life. Hearing this, Hannah was smitten all over again, yet Johannes was seen trailing the lady throughout the day, which made Hannah very uncomfortable. And when Luke finally returned, he, well, you know, killed her. I want to see if it's a different, sorry. Yeah, so I think you can, like, the chapters can be longer, or, so see, that was like, in comparison, that was really short compared to Isabel, right? Laura? Hello? Can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you. Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
A little bit, you're kind of quiet. But anyway, you can hear me at least. So, we're on, so, yeah. So remember, like, Isabel's chapter was like hours long, and Hannah's was like 30 minutes.
Yeah, it was for sure.
So that's better? Yeah. And so I think that's because we got her killed. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
I think so too.
If you get them killed, they're short. The chapter's shorter. So we're on Zachary now. Faint but light and warm, a reminder of what home is. Pa's stern but condemning gaze, Ma's tender smiles, the sunlight filtering through the eaves in the morning, and the distinct smell of cinnamon and vanilla as it drifts through the air every time something cooks from the room. The room, our room, Ma and Pa's pride and joy. My sister and I too, eventually. But we ain't allowed there. Not yet. Not until we're taller or older. Not until we've learned how to take care of ourselves and not burn our hands or reach the cupboards without having to be lifted.
But a little peek wouldn't hurt, yeah?
The floorboards are cold under my feet, more than it usually is, and the walls more forbidding than what I'm used to. Farther and farther the room goes. Ma's singing ceases, and Pa...
No, please, wait! I'll be good! I'll sleep on time! Don't go!
I can't hear Pa. Not above the ruckus clanging and the deafening roar of gunshots, nor the screams replacing the comforting soft melodies. There's only the blinding fear. When my foot slips, the Red Sea that catches me is bitter and frigid, but the blood that just drips in my hand is warm. It ain't my blood. The wall trembles and everything goes quiet. It takes a few moments for everything to fall into place, for my eyes to adjust to the relative darkness of the room. Despite the pleasant chill that the AC brings, my shirt is clinging tightly to me, and my blanket is a tangled mess around my throat. Morning has not even arrived, and yet...
Way too early for this thing, man.
And too long. Too long since the last I've woken up drenched in my own sweat, head littered with thoughts that are gone as soon as my eyes open. All too often, only imprints and brief images are left to haunt me for the rest of the day, or until my mind forgets about it. A dag, whichever comes first. Yet vivid or not, what little I can remember does not matter. Regardless, the desperation sticks crawling up, pushing, urging me to relieve every moment, every sensation, and... There's a twinkle in Ma's eye when she looks up from her work, flour dusting her nose and cheeks. The scent of freshly baked bread wafts from the oven as soon as Pa opens it, and the homely fragrance of honey fills the room. He reaches up to wipe the small beads of sweat away from his forehead after gesturing for me to come closer. The moment he spots me on my little hiding place behind the door, I expected him to be angry, but his pat on my back when I come into his arms reaches encouraging enough. We'll have to taste these first before we put it up for sale tomorrow. You up for it, little man? Is it good enough? A knock cuts through the air before I can answer. Sharp, heavy, demanding, familiar. So distantly familiar. Ma ushers me out of the kitchen when Pa moves to answer it, but I know what waits outside. The taste of blood in my mouth sends an unpleasant churning in my gut. Ma's apron crinkles under my tight grip. Something snaps back into place. My bed remains in utter disarray. The walls still need a new paint job, and the wall clock ticking opposite my bed is unsettling as ever. Ash is right. I should have already replaced that when I had the chance.
You're no longer there, Zachary. Here and there are miles apart. Calm down. Breathe.
The pressure of my own fingers against my temple is a welcome sensation over the anxiety gripping me. It never really did anything to starve off the headache sure to follow after this before, but it grounds me. A little reminder that I am safe away from the place I once called home for Ma and Pa's. The urgency which each rap that follows finally chases away the ghost threatening to hang around. Why anyone thinks it's a good idea to knock at someone else's door this late confuses me. Nana would have chased them all away with a broom if she was here. But no matter, it's a welcoming breakthrough. The thought's about to take a morbid turn if left festering. It's probably just Ash anyway, looking for a place to crash. Looking for a place to crash. Wonders of wonders why he's bothering with a courtesy when he never did so before. Even with that hunch, though, habit compels me to check who is first through the peephole. Better safe than sorry, they say. Except the person that greets me on the other side ain't him. Unless his hair grew long overnight and he started wearing a ponytail, of course, which I highly doubt will happen anytime soon, no matter how funny that looks in my head. I waste no time opening the latches.
Isabella, it's late.
A safe haven. There's something I can't quite pinpoint in her eyes when she looks up. Her face is a pallid shade, shoulders tense, breathing heavy, and an uncontrollable shaking in her hands she's trying to hold back. Hide if I didn't know any better.
Hey, Zach. Sorry, I know it's weird for me to show up at this hour, but you are the closest to my office, and...
No. It's perfectly fine. I'm not really working on anything right now. Do you want to come in?
Is it all right? I know you should be sleeping at this hour, but I thought... I'm sorry, I just thought... I have no idea why I went here. My feet just moved on their own after I got out of the office, and... Sorry.
She trails off, her voice lost in the muggy night air. I wait for her to say more, but instead her own response is downward shift of her gaze as her trembling hands, as if emotion alone is enough of an explanation. A minuscule gesture, easy to miss if one's not paying attention. But for someone who has seen the same expression on the mirror, done the same thing too many times, when night terrors are inevitable, it is not.
Hey, don't worry about it. At least you not. Ash just barges in and crashes on the couch whenever he feels like it. I swear that guy is one fine hairline away from being a criminal. Besides, you already know you can count on me whenever.
Without waiting for her answer, I step away from the door and saunter over the kitchenette. For a few good seconds, only the clinking of the plates can be heard above the constant tick-tock. Late as it may be for a snack, the familiar emotions keep me occupied, steering my mind away from the dangerous thoughts. Isabel company is not unwelcome either. Whatever her reasons for showing up here at such an hour doesn't matter. I'll be damned if I just turn her away, frazzled as she is. The door clinks shut behind her as she finally enters, feet shuffling softly against the tiled floor. In all the years I've known her, she has never once lost her ever upbeat spirit. Yet in this particular moment, she stands in my doorway, holding her arms close to herself. It's as if I'm looking at someone completely withdrawn from the person I've come to know in all these years.
Do you want a drink or eat anything? I haven't restocked my food stash yet, so ingredients may be a bit limited. But I'm sure I can whip something up with what I have here.
Just water will do, please. Thanks, Zach.
What? No additional food requests? That's new. I'll put something together for you anyway. Feel free to make yourself at home. You ain't exactly a new visitor here. Although my room's not at its most presentable right now. Sorry. New freelance gigs and such. Didn't have time to fix things up here lately.
It's okay. I don't mind.
Usually she'd have something more to say about that. A quip, a witty remark to provoke a laughter or two. Nothing from her at this time.